Hello and welcome to Sage Thyme. Happy September, everybody, and happy birthday to all the Virgos. We are in Virgo season. There is a lot going on astrologically right now and in the upcoming days, but Spirit asked me to do a nice, quick, hopefully, tarot reading for everybody and just get a message out. So let's see what is hoping to be conveyed today for those who are present to the Sage Thyme channel and listening. That's a lot of cards. We'll go with the first one. Oh, and I'm using two decks. I'm using the Guardian Knight Tarot, and this deck, the Guardian Knight, is a wonderful deck. I've been exploring it a bit more recently. And it does have some intensity. So to counterbalance it, I was called to use the Patch Tarot deck. So let's get 1 to 3 cards out here. The first one that came up is the Magician. And we'll just go with this as a start. I see this little mischievous creature of the night, the raccoon. I mean, they're not really entirely of the night, right? We see them during the day, but especially at night is when they get up to their mischief. Raccoons are so smart. They know how to appeal to their audience. If there is a possibility to manipulate their environment and or the humans in it, I'm about to sneeze. They know how to do all the cute tricks that get the responses that they want. And when it doesn't work, by using positive poses and phases and cute tricks that these little creatures know how to use, then they resort to their more primal ways, right? They sneak, they stealth, they steal, and heaven forbid if you have pets in the yard, they will harm. And so with the raccoon as the icon caricature of the Magician card, I'm thinking of how we as individuals have all these abilities, all these untapped abilities, fantasized, imagined, known, and unknown, entirely out of our scope of imagination that we are discovering. And we have these abilities, these magical abilities to alchemize, using all the elements, using electricity and energy and the pentacles of the material, the cups of the water realm, and the Magician's staff, which is a direct connection with life on this earth into life in the cosmos. As you can see the giant planetary, maybe Mars in the background. And so we have these incredible abilities, known and unknown to us, at our disposal in the what's in front of us, seen and unseen way, and also in the quantum way, where we can connect with particles across the planet, across your city, across the room, and across the cosmos. And we can create an exchange. And I'm really hearing this within this card is when there is an intention of fair exchange in all things that we do, all things that we purchase and consume. And I don't just mean in our eating or drinking, but also in what we watch on TV, who we participate with, in taking in content, what we purchase and where and from who and where are things sourced. The more aware an individual becomes of tapping into the ethical potency of everything that the person is consuming in any way, even in conversation or thoughts and feelings towards another, or receiving feelings and thoughts of another. When we connect with those, we have the power to alchemize them from the base that we set with our intention and our state of beingness. And so what do I mean by that? The intention and the state of beingness. Of course, intention is not just how we think that we want the results to be, and not just how we feel, but all the aspects of us. Are we calm? Are we present? Are we grounded? Are we clear and in clarity? And a lot of those things that come together to create an alignment within an individual will, if they aren't in alignment, those various ingredients that make up the whole of who you are, from the 5 aspects of the self: thought, feeling, spirit, on and on and on. If something isn't in alignment with what your thought intention is, or the potency of what you wish to create, that disalignment will make itself known to you, whether within your body, in your mind, your emotions, or if you're not being sensitive to your inner universe, it'll make itself known to you in your outer world, right? Your inner will project to the outer to make the lesson more obvious. Of course, it's more painful then as well, sometimes, often, almost always. So this little critter who's telling us, there are things that I need and that I want. And the things that I need, if I don't get them by creating a fair reciprocity, then I will get them by stealing and causing hurt and harm and destruction. So what's the little raccoon within you? And where are those needs that are your true needs? Not just food and shelter and safety, but emotional connection that aren't being met. And if they aren't being met by others, is that the universe and your higher aspects telling you, first, we want you to learn how to meet it for yourself, from yourself, and connect with something greater than yourself to acquire all those things. And that's how an individual starts to know the caliber of which they're being called to. Their soul self is being called to learn and develop and refine. So, wow, that was a lot of really fantastic things that came out of that Magician card. Thank you, everybody, for being present with me today, because whoever's listening is really co-creating some fantastic energy and thoughts and connections. Okay, I'm embarrassed. I'm trying not to show my nails, but I might as well just get over with. I have these terrible, unfinished, old polished nails that need to be taken off. And I didn't do it, and I didn't want to take the time to stop and do it before this reading when I could feel it flowing through me. So I'm just going to show you my nails. We have the 9 of Discs. These cards are fantastic. 9 of Discs, akin to 9 of Pentacles. And in the upper left corner, because it's upright, this card speaks to growth. 9 of Pentacles, obviously, or we know that of it. And then at the bottom on either side, it speaks to how the 9 of Pentacles is highlighted in the archetype of Venus and in the sign of Virgo. Well, howdy, we are in the sign of Virgo right now. The sun and its empowerment, its nourishment, its life-giving force is in the sign of Virgo, and Venus is just about, in today's the 1st of September, on the 3rd, it'll be stationing direct at 12 degrees and 12 minutes of Leo. So Venus and her power from everything that she has been working with each one of us individually to alchemize and release and renew and create out of something entirely new, paradigm creations. Venus has been up to some really powerful things since June 19th, when she started her pre-shadow phase through Leo. And now we're in Virgo season. And so we are in a time of the Nine of Pentacles, of reaping what we've sown. This is it. The growth, it's not simply an acquisition of harvest. As you can see here, she's not gathering all the things that there are. She's realizing now that true growth comes from an interaction to everything she's harvested and everything she's participated in helping create. Whether she's nurtured the life around her with food and water, or heart intention and loving presence, stillness, listening to the others around her, be it the animals and the birds or the flora and fauna of the forest around her. She has been present, and she has nurtured and cultivated an incredible bounty of life that she doesn't need to take within her. She simply is present with it, and there's a reciprocity that is bigger than any monetary currency could ever be. And she gets it now. She's done the work. And in the background, way in the background, there's this tiny little darkened spot there, and it's an outlying kind of shadow of what looks like an elk. But it looks like an elk who has tree branches coming out of his head. There's a lot in that. I don't know if it's really meant to be gotten into right now. Yeah, I'm hearing let each one make their meaning here, but no, it's present. So that it has come out with the Magician. And that tells me that you have been doing the work. You have been learning about the properties of various things that you have to work with, that you know and never utilized to its better potential, but also things that you've never even known were a part of, say, the five elements, water, fire, earth, air, and spirit, or metal, depending on how you want to say it. Okay, the next two cards that came out is the Light card and the Three of Discs, Three of Pentacles. So let's go into the Three of Discs. Works is the theme word, and it's represented by the archetype Mars and the sign of Capricorn. The Three of Pentacles. This is a physicality, action-based effort that is co-collaborative to create something also physical. But while it's a physical manifestation, you can see all these pillars here, and each one is a chemical of the elemental table. We've got sodium is Na, Hg is mercury, and S, I believe, is sulfur. And then below that are the Hebrew symbols that I am not familiar with by memory. I love all the things that these cards integrate. And then we've got the pyramids in the background representing the alignment that they exist within in collaboration with celestial with other solar systems, specific solar systems. And here these three individuals, three different individuals, noted by kind of the color of their physicality and shapes, are working together. They are creating together. And when I think of three creating something in the physical world together, I think of the seer, the visionary, the architect, which is the one who kind of designs and allocates, and then the builder. And I think that really I'm seeing that here. We've got the builder with the hammer in his head, the seer is looking off in the distance, and the architect is the in-between, taking the vision and explaining how to make that real in the physical world to the builder. And so that's what you're doing now with the 9 of Discs harvest. And you're taking elements in the obvious sense and in the deeper, now more nuanced way that you understand them to create and co-create. You're co-creating. Oh my goodness. If you have been doing a lot of work in solitary, you are upon a time now, potentially the next 8-year cycle with Venus finishing and restarting a synodic cycle of 8 years. You are co-creating your vision. You might be the visionary, you might be the builder, you might be the architect, but you get to have help. You don't have to be all the things. Even if you are all the things, you get to refine that now and really shine. So our last card, and I think I'll wrap it up with this card, is the light. And what a perfect card to complete this reading with. Okay, so what are we seeing here? Geometric shapes, starting with the circle, the cell, overlapping and creating various Vesica Pisces portals, interweaving connectivity, and the shapes telling different stories. And the light above it, like the sun's light, that infinite power, even though every sun has a true time limit, all energy is neither created nor destroyed. It is simply transformed or moved. And so here it is, the energy that is infinite of life, of prana, of chi, is moving into these symbols. And these geometric shapes and symbols are the design of what you have been creating within the alignment of your thoughts, your emotions, your body, what you consume, what you do, what you say, how you behave, your obvious thoughts and your hidden thoughts, all the things that have been worked and attended to and reworked by you is this. And this shape from the energy of either this, you could consider it the solar star sun or the cosmic central sun, is creating this shape, or the light is fueling it, and you are bringing it down into form. And I believe, yeah, the little point at the bottom is essentially an image of part of the earth, and it's, I don't know if you can see it, but the whole thing is covered with the star of life, little flowers, all interconnected, creating a grid. I mean, really, you guys, all of you who are listening to this and come upon this video, you have done incredible work. Look at this. This is what you are creating within you and without. Everything that's within you, your inner universe, is also represented, projected into the outer universe. And the deeper you go, the bigger it is. And now the energy of life source is fueling you, saying, good on ya, you did it. You made it happen. Keep going, keep growing, keep becoming, and always, always be it in heart-centered love. You are it, and I am grateful. Thank you for being here, everybody. Have a beautiful September and Virgo season. We'll be talking soon.